Hi. Welcome to Movies Reflexed. Today, I will show you a Chinese drama fantasy movie from 2020 titled The Yin-Yang Master, Dream of Eternity. Watch out for spoilers, take care. At the start of the movie, we see a boy. He was practicing on a magic spell. The name of this boy is Qinming. And the spell he is practicing is actually a protection spell. This spell is crucial to become a master. Qinming wasn't being able to do it. After it, he says to his master, "I can't do the spell." His master says, "If you have someone in your life whom you want to protect with your life, then think about that person while practicing." Then, it is shown that Qinming grew older while keep on practicing that spell. He couldn't perform that spell, even after the practice of many years. Then he says to his master, "We should practice the teleportation spell in the place of this protection spell." The master knew that he could perform the teleportation spell properly. That's why he rejects the idea. He tells him, to defeat any mighty enemy, just a teleportation spell will never be enough. With it, it is also crucial for a master to know how to use the protection spell. They were talking, meanwhile, the protection wall begins to collapse. The master comes to know that it was the cursed demon snake. The moment he sees that snake, the master transports Qinming to another dimension. Then, he calls the three guardians. The three guardians ascend from the sky to assist the master. Two guardian spirits try to save the protection wall, while another spirit sits to protect the master. But these guardians were useless, and the wall breaks apart. Meanwhile, Qinming comes there taking other students. That snake was getting ready to attack them, then, the master orders them to use the protection spell. All the students begin to use the protection spell. But Qinming ignores his master. He uses the teleportation spell. The snake was about to attack on Qinming. But then, the master comes in front of him and saves him. On the other side, one of the guardian spirits of the master sacrifices its life to kill the snake. Now, Qinming is very much grieved because of his master's death. He was blaming himself because he was the reason why his master got the poison spreading his body. Before dying, the master tells the truth of that snake to Qinming. He says, this snake was produced because of humans' nature of greed about 300 years ago. To imprison that snake, four masters came in front. Together, they imprisoned it in the imperial city. And that is still imprisoned in the body of the queen of the imperial city. Four stone guardians are protecting it. They are currently sleeping in the form of statue. These are the dragon statue, turtle statue, bird statue, and tiger statue. Whenever this snake will try to move from there, the four masters will have to go there to wake up the statues. On the other side, we see that the queen of the imperial city is worried now. Because she had come to know that the demon snake is now awake. Now, Qinming arrives in the imperial city. He sees a man over the gate. He was playing a flute. He was actually a master. His name is Boya. Then, they hear the sound of another melody. They both begin to follow that sound. After following some time, they come to know that the melody was being played by a demon. Boya tells Shim, "How dare you steal this instrument? This belongs to our king." That demon tells him, when his friend was alive, she used sing songs in this palace. She often played this melody. I just want to listen that melody because I was missing her very much. Boya hated the demons from the very core of his heart. He was about to kill that demon. But Qinming saves him from there. Qinming says to him, he is a demon, but he is not a bad one that you should kill. Then he says to Qinming, he is a devil. He is very bad, and he doesn't know about the goodness of love or the worst of bad. Qinming says, why not, why won't he know? Due to this, a fight starts between them. After the fight, Qinming remains victorious. And after it, Boya leave from there. Actually, Boya was called to the imperial city to fight the snake, as he was one of the masters who were to unlock the statues. But none of them knew about the fact. After it, that demon asks Qinming, please make me your slave. Then, Qinming makes that demon his guardian spirit. He names him Killing Stone. In the next scene, we are shown the palace of the queen. Three masters were gathered there: Qinming, Boya, and Zhongxing. But the fourth master, Wang Duo, was not there. Zhongxing and Boya comes to know that Qinming is one of the masters. Here, Zhongxing meets with the priest of the palace. He is also the bodyguard of the queen. That priest tells them to awaken the guardian angels, the ritual will perform tomorrow. And he tells them to sleep early tonight and have a good rest. Here, Qinming notices that the face of that priest resembles his master. In the next scene, we are shown that all the masters meet with the princess. They come to know that someone has killed the fourth master, Wang Duo, on his way. Then, the masters go to the queen to discuss the thing. Here, the queen was staying behind the curtain, and she gives order from there. The queen is worried and angry regarding this matter. How can someone kill the fourth master before the most important ritual? After it, the queen makes the princess responsible for performing the ritual. She also gives orders to investigate the death of the master Wang Duo. And she requests the priest of her palace to become the fourth master. After it, all the masters begin their ritual. During the ritual, a demon attacks the princess. Here, Qinming saves her from the attack. And Boya completes the ritual with that demon spirit. After it, the four guardian souls are ready to be awakened. Suddenly, the color of the sky begins to change. With the change in the weather and surroundings, Qinming and Boya comes to know that a demon has again attacked them. Then they run towards the room of the princess. Going there, they see that the priest is fighting with the master Long Yi. The priest's allegation was that Long Yi wants to kill the queen. But Long Yi refuses this. After it, there is a fight held between all four of them. During this fight, Long Yi dies, and the hair demon kills her. But before dying, Long Yi tells Qinming something about the queen. But Qinming couldn't hear it properly. In the next morning, Boya and Qinming meet together. There, Boya tells him that he's suspicious about the priest. But Qinming had something else to say. He tells him that he is suspicious about the queen. Then they become against each other and start their investigation separately. Qinming goes back to his room. He sees that the princess is trying to steal his sword. It is the sword that was given to Qinming by his master before dying. And that snake could be killed with this sword. Then Qinming asks the princess why are trying to steal the sword. But before the princess could tell anything to Qinming, the hair demon attacks on the princess. The hair demon reveals its motives. She says, I have been waiting for this for 60 years. Qinming finds a picture of the queen from her, in which she looking completely like the princess. Seeing it, Qinming understands the whole thing. After it, he tries to get to Boya to tell him about this. Here, Boya had arrived at the priest to investigate. Coming there, Qinming finds him lying on the ground. And the priest had run away from here. Then, Qinming wakes up Boya and they get out of the palace. There, they find both the princess and the priest. Boya asks the princess, why did she and the priest have betrayed the queen? Here, Qinming tells him, because she is not the princess, she is the queen. This means, the queen is the princess and the princess is the queen. Sounds very confusing. And the person they had talked to from the curtain was actually just a statue of the queen, which the priest was controlling. What is this all happening? So the thing is that, when the snake attacked the imperial city, then, the four masters defeat the snake. After it, the queen, or Princess Zhang Ping has imprisoned that snake inside her body. And that's why she had become immortal and her age stopped changing. Now, to imprison that snake inside her body, the queen also had to lock herself in the palace. And she can never go out of the palace. Now, living in the castle for many years have made the princess get bored and disappointed. She used to be sad all the time. And after it, the master of Qinming arrives at the palace. She was moved and fond of him. But he couldn't stay beside her for always, he had to leave. Then, to avoid the sadness of the princess, the master gives her a guardian angel. He looked exactly like him. That guardian angel was none other than the priest himself. Now, the princess thought that the priest is the master. But she was wrong, it was the angel left by the master. After a few years, the priest tells the princess, I want to become immortal. As the priest has been with her for a long time, so she agrees. But, in order to fulfill this task, the snake has to be taken out of her body. And after the release, the priest will have to imprison the snake inside his own body. As a result, he will gain his wish of immortality. Hearing all these, Qinming and Boya attacks the priest immediately. The priest uses the teleportation spell on them. As we know that, Qinming has a much greater ability when it comes to teleportation spell. So, he breaks free from there. On the other side, we see that the princess's body is aching. It meant that the snake is about to come out of her body soon. Now, as the snake comes out of her body, she becomes mortal. After it, the snake goes inside the priest's body. The priest have become immortal now. While seeing, the priest transforms into a huge poisonous snake. He moves to destroy the imperial city. At the same time, the four guardian stones become active. Their powers begin to create a barrier wall outside the imperial city. It was created to block the snake from leaving the imperial city. But one of the guardians was still inactive. It was a bird guardian statue. Bird couldn't break free because, during the ritual, the priest willingly left the bird inactive. After it, Kinming calls his 3 guardian spirits. One of the guardians makes a protection wall in front of him. The other 2 spirits moves forward to fight against the snake. The snake was losing when the situation hits critical. Then, the priest comes out through the head. Here, the priest manages to kill the spirits. Boyo is thinking that the snake might break the wall and get out of the city. It is seen that the protection wall has been completed. It has now covered the entire city flawlessly. Boyo had somehow managed to wake the bird statue up with blood sacrifice. Now, he himself had become the bird spirit. He goes to the priest to kill him. A massive fight starts between them. On the other side, Kinming goes to the princess and tells her the truth. He tells her, the priest is not the one you admire of. He is my master's guardian angel. Then, Kinming makes the princess meet with his master through his powers. The master then tells her the truth about the angel. He says, I have done wrong. Saying it, he is turned into dust. The princess also understands that the master is no more alive. Kinming brings her back to the imperial city. There, Boya and the priest were still fighting. There, Kinming instructs that the snake could only be killed by the sword he was given by the master. Boya receives the sword. But before he could hit him with the sword, the priest makes him drop the sword. Now, the princess picks up the sword. She warns the priest, if you don't stop the racking, then I will kill you myself. Saying it, she cuts her own neck with the sword. They were really close to each other. Seeing her dead, the priest gets broken. Getting the chance from it, Boya attacks the priest. The snake and the priest die here. The protection wall was also taken out at the same time. With it, the movie ends here. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the upcoming uploads. Thank you for watching.